Hey, it's the weekend of November the 5th. Thanks for joining me. We're going to look at the yen pairs in this video. So obviously the yen's been in a bear trend for a significant period of time. We'll have a quick look at the weekly chart. Actually, that was the daily chart. Quick look at the weekly chart shows you that, a huge bear trend for the yen, a huge bull trend for the dollar against the yen since the beginning of 2021. Where have we come from? 102.57 to 151.94. So yeah, that's 50 points, 5,000 pips. That's pretty huge. Okay, what can I say about this? We've had the Bank of Japan, the Ministry of Finance intervention in recent weeks that hasn't managed to actually reverse the trend. It's only managed to put a halt to the dollar run against the yen. But we've also got a factor here that the dollar has stopped pushing higher recently as well against other currencies. So maybe the yen is benefiting from some dollar stability rather than dollar strength, because the yen certainly isn't weakening against the dollar, but the yen isn't strengthening against the dollar either. Look, so whilst the Ministry of Finance have helped to put a lid on this pair, they really haven't managed to turn the tide and push the yen higher. Maybe they don't actually want a stronger yen, but they definitely don't want a weak yen. So maybe they've accomplished what they need to do. But the question is now, will the bull trend resume, or will the Ministry of Finance action force a reversal in the market? Because they seem to be the only buyer of the yen at the moment, don't they? Now, there's no pattern here on the daily chart that indicates to me that the market is about to turn around and that the dollar will weaken significantly against the Japanese yen. Yes, we've got the bearish engulfing candle up here, but we had the bearish engulfing candle here towards the end of September when the Ministry of Finance intervened, and it did not create a bear trend. The market just recovered, stabilized, and then eventually pushed slowly higher. It's almost like you can see here that the bulls were like, we'll just jump in a little bit, we'll buy a little bit, we'll just test the Ministry of Finance. And then as soon as we got through the previous peak, which was 145.89, we had quite a big green candle here. I should probably blow this up a bit more actually. Quite a big green candle, and it's almost like a visual representation of the bulls getting some confidence as they push through that high of 145.89 and then going, right, you know, they've not intervened, let's go again. Because then the candles get bigger and bigger. Well, they certainly get bigger to here. Even these candles are quite big. They're bigger than the ones at the beginning of October as we head into mid-October. And then this was a Friday. It was Friday the 21st of October when the Ministry of Finance intervened. They did it at a great time. Right at the end of the day, Asia was actually closed. I think Europe was even closed. So the market was thin and probably didn't take as much of an effort to push the yen higher and the dollar lower as it would have done at a more liquid time. Anyway, then they came in on Monday and did the same thing. Now, where does this leave us right now? See, look, even when the market has been pushing down, we've got these long lower wicks on these candles and these small upper bodies. So there are buyers down there. There are still buyers willing to buy the dollar, sell the yen, and try their luck. However, Friday we did have quite a big red-bodied candle. So at the moment, it's quite an erratic sideways trend. We're getting quite big moves. Friday's range was nearly 200 pips. So 200 pips is looking quite, 150, 200 pips is looking quite normal at the moment because of the fallout from the Ministry of Finance intervention. Now you want me to tell you where the market's going to go next, and of course, and that's going to be more of a problem. I can put a trend line on here. That looks pretty relevant. 146 sort of 30, 146.20 would probably be the support level I would be looking for. Look, the thing is, we have had buyers down at 145.66 for that area, leading towards that area, and sort of 145.30, 145.10. We've had buyers jumping in. So at the moment, all I can say is when we do sell off at some stage, we do find buyers. But if we were to break below 145.66, then that would probably be pretty negative, because it would show that those buyers didn't reappear this time. At this stage, that's all I can say. I personally wouldn't be trading this pair. It's too erratic, too volatile, and the signals are just not strong enough. The levels are just not strong enough after such big moves. Euro yen, however, we have got a potential trading pattern here. So again, this has been difficult. What can you see here? Well, that could have been a head and shoulders pattern, but it didn't develop, so we don't need to talk about that. Then the market can continue higher. Obviously got some intervention there. The euro yen was affected by the intervention in the dollar yen. I don't think the Ministry of Finance actually sold euros to buy yen. I think they only sold dollars, but of course that still had a knock-on effect.